here, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So we are making a comeback today with our binder organization videos, because yes, it has been a while since I've done one of these. I'm pretty sure my last one was the Paldea Evolved binder organization video, and you guys seem to really like it, so I'm back with a new set here.
If you guys couldn't tell by
the title, we will be doing a binder organization for Pokemon 151. Before we begin our super fun organization video, let's do our mandatory nail check. Today's nails is again brought to you by Hollow Taco.
Not sponsored by Mercy, I just really like their nail polishes.
This is the shade Haute Couture, and it's a nice, very pale pink, kind of silvery beige, and just very cute. And under the flash, you can see a nice holographic pattern.
But in this light, you can't really tell.
First thing I like to do when it comes to organizing my binder is to lay out all the cards that I've opened in, my pack openings. I kind of set them out and then I organize them. Well, typically it's by type, or if you guys are familiar, the cards are usually organized by the types, so like grass, then fire, then water, then electric, etc, etc. But for 151, this set, they just had to make it very difficult for me. They organized the cards by the Pokédex number. So in this case, it does start off with grass technically. It starts off with Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and then Venusaur. And then it switches up and goes to, I think, hold on, let me check the ETB. It starts off with Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and then Venusaur, and then it goes to Fire, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, and it goes back to Grass. I know, I should probably know how the overall gist of this Pokédex goes, but I don't, because I'm so used to organizing it by types, based on the most recent sets from like Sword and Shield, and of course early Scarlet and Violet. But that is why I like to keep one of these handy on me as I'm organizing the cards, but we'll get into this in a bit because I don't look at this player's guide here right away. So to save myself some time, because organizing these cards in particular was so tedious, my brother did an amazing job helping me out. Because, oh my god, I can't. It was so stressful. What my brother did to help me out is we organized almost all of the cards beforehand, before filming today's video, and organized them or placed them in this ETB right here. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen my 151 Elite Trainer box opening, I will leave a link down below in the description, as well as up here in the corner, just so you guys can see what I pulled in that video. I've been using this to store my cards so far from all of my openings, and actually I have some of the little goodies that you get from the UPC, the 151 UPC, which I also just recently opened. So if you want to see what I got in that, it'll also be linked down below and up here. I have the cards here organized already. They are organized from 1, so Bulbasaur, until not 151 because there's still trainers and stuff, but until the last card. If I were to actually film myself organizing all of the cards from the very beginning, it would take way too long. I keep messing up the order of them, but it's fine. We got most of them here. So just imagine, have all the cards laid out. Quick little tip from us when you're organizing the card was that we divided the cards by groups of, I think it was by groups of 10. And then we divided it by the trainers, or you can just divide them however much you want. You can do like 1 to 20, you can do 1 to 25, and then 26 to 50, etc, etc. Just makes things a lot easier. But that's basically how we did it. It was just the best option for us. Anyway, I'm gonna do a small little bit of organization here because I recently just filmed a video for my shorts because I do like to do some openings of loose booster packs on my shorts. Yes, I have 10 cards here, so I'm just gonna lay it out. And again, I just like to look at the number here on the bottom left corner. So you can tell it says this is card number 7. So I'm gonna organize this by groups of, let's do 25. Okay, so do 1 to 25 here, 26 to 50 here, and etc. So this is a hollow energy, so I'm gonna put this at the end. The number here, just kind of ignore it because I organize the energies in a different way in my binder. And then we have a Machamp, and this is number 68. So I'm put it right here. Next up is Rattata, number 19. Put that there. Okay, the next up we have Rhyhorn, which is number 111. So I'm gonna put that in a different section. Next is Dugong, number 87. And we got, who is this? Machoke, number 67. Next is Slowbro, which is number 80, goes in this pile. We have Pidgey, number 16. We have Venonat, number 48. And our last card is Lickitung, which is number 108. Goes right here. So just a bit of a recap. I organized the cards in groups of 25. This is 1 to 25. 26 to 50, 51 to 70, 75, and then 76 to 100. Now for each of these groups, I'm just gonna quickly organize them by number. Squirtle is 7, Pidgey is 16, and the Rattata is 19. So I like to flip the cards over. It just, tells me that I already did the pile. So moving on to this set of cards, we have 48, 67, and 68. This one's already organized. And then we have number 80 and 87. And then our last pile here is 108 and 111. So now I just kind of put them on top of each other. And again, leaving the energy aside for now just because I keep the energies at the very end. This is organized in its own little pile, but now we have to add it to our big pile over here. What I'm gonna do is I am going to slowly go through this pile right here. I'm gonna use these dividers to kind of help me keep myself organized. I'm gonna grab a random amount of cards here, slip in the divider, and we'll take a look at where Squirtle goes. So just flipping through this pile, let's see where Squirtle is. Okay, so Squirtle is over here. So you'll notice that this is a reverse card, but the card that I have here that I pulled recently is not a reverse card. So what I like to do whenever I organize my cards, I like to put the reverse at the front, and then I put the non-hollow, non-reverses right behind it. So that Squirtle goes right at the back. And then the next card is Pidgey, so I'm gonna look for Pidgey through my pile over here. All right, there's Pidgey. So I only have non-hollow Pidgeys, non-reverses, so I'm just gonna slip him in here and basically just continue on until I complete all of the cards and organize them in their respective places. So now I've pulled out all of the fancy hollow energy cards that I had just at the back of the ETB. So this is organized by typing, so grass, fire, water, lightning, psychic, fighting, dark, and steel, metal, whatever it is. But for today, I only have the Psychic Hollow. So this is gonna go right here beside the other one, and I'll just slip it in there. And now gets to one of the more satisfying parts of card organization, at least for me. That is checking off the cards off of the player's guide. You get these player's guides in your Elite Trainer boxes. Is the only way you can get them, and it's the main reason why I get Elite Trainer boxes. Well, besides the promo cards, if they come with any, just because this is like my best friend when it comes to trying to complete a set. This one right here, I've already checked off some of the cards because I did a little organization video when I did my Elite Trainer box opening. So you'll notice I have some check marks over here. I will show you guys the binder so far in just a bit. This is a very simple step. I just go through all of the pages here in the player's guide and check off the cards that I have organized right here. And hopefully today we get to check off a lot more because, as you can tell, we have quite a bit of cards to look at and hopefully add to the binder. I'll give a little example here for you all. So I'm just gonna grab a group of cards here. I typically like to use Sharpies for my player's guides just because the paper for them are usually the plasticky, slippery feeling type, and then just like normal pens like this don't, you know, stay on. So I prefer to use a Sharpie, but since it's just like a nice, you know, thicker paper, cardboard material, any pen would work. But again, up to you based on your preference. Let's begin here. So first up we have Bulbasaur, and according to my book so far, I just have the regular one. But luckily for me, I actually did end up with the reverse card. With this in hand, we're gonna check off the Bulbasaur and make sure to check off the reverse box down there. Here's a little bit of a close-up. You can tell I have both of the cards now, so that is very nice for the binder. Once I check off the card that I have, I like to flip it over, and it just makes it easier for me later on when I'm adding stuff to the binder. Let's move on. Let's see if we have a reverse Ivysaur. It doesn't look like it, and we don't have a Venusaur, so we only got one here. Next up is a Charmander. So I'm actually missing both Charmanders over here, and luckily I have both of them right now. I'm gonna take my handy dandy Sharpie and check off the regular card as well as the reverse card. And like I said, flip it over and add it to the binder pile. I also have a separate pile here for cards that are just bulk, cards I don't need / already have. And let's carry on. So we need a reverse Charmeleon, which we do have. Oh, we actually have two of them. So let's go check it off. We just carry on throughout the book. And again, I will fast forward this part because it does take a little bit. I almost forgot. So, sleeves. I'm a little bit picky with, not gonna lie. As you can tell here, for EX cards and higher, as well as the first copy of the Hollow Energy cards that I pull. So, let me grab one from here. Like this Grass Energy. I like to use Dragon Shield sleeves. So this is the blue shade. I'll put the actual color up here, but I just like it. My favorite color is blue. Fits the vibe for me. But yeah, it just adds a little bit more protection, but it is gonna make things a little bit more costly down the road, so just a little FYI. And then for cards that are just like hollows, I just use your typical penny sleeves, just the thin plastic ones. And I actually think I need to grab some because I don't know if I sleeved up my hollow cards yet, but I'll get back to that in a sec.
Alright, let's get back into this.
Okay, I'm back because I actually need my hollow card here to be sleeved. So as I was talking about, I just use these Ultra Pro card sleeves. They're fairly cheap. They do their job. I just like my hollow cards to get a little bit more protection here. So I'll just slip them in and they look like this. I'm sure you've seen them before. Okay, so we just finished checking off the cards in our player's guide. Now we're finally gonna be able to add the cards, the new cards, to the binder. Of course, I had to use this binder right here. This came from the 151 binder collection box, and it is just absolutely perfect for this set. I mean, come on. So we're gonna flip this open. You can tell that I already have a couple cards in here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite surprised with the amount of new cards we get to add today. Let's just start slipping them in the little pockets here. To keep them simple, I just follow however the cards are organized in the player's guide. Yeah, and what I like to do, if any of the cards have a reverse version of it, so for example, this Bulbasaur I have in my binder is just a normal non-holo type. Since I recently pulled a reverse Bulbasaur, I'm going to place the reverse on top. I just like the look of the reverse cards versus the non-holo. I don't know, to me it looks better. I like shiny things, and I just kind of continue it on to the rest of the cards here. However, if a card has a holo version, a holo copy, I place that on top of the reverse card because, you know, the holo is a little bit better. I'm just gonna continue on here and we will fast forward this little section here again. Another thing I would like to point out, so as I'm adding cards to my binder, sometimes, especially at the beginning of, you know, organizing my binder, there will be cards that I don't yet have. So for instance, I don't have the Spearow over here. Since I don't have it, I skip it over and just add the Fearow and then continue on. Just be careful with the numbers if it matters to you. of the new cards have been added into the binder except for the promo cards and energies. So let's do the promo cards first. So I like to put it at the end, near the end, not the very last page. You'll see here I have the Snorlax promo card that was from the Elite Trainer box. All of these cards over here are also promo cards. There's no particular order, to be honest. I just kind of throw them in. I'm just gonna put these two beside Snorlax up here. And I really love that Mew card. Put the Mewtwo. And then because I want to keep the starters together, of course, they're gonna get an entire row to themselves. And then we're gonna put in the Squirtle promo card. This came with a pre-order for the 151 UPC, and it's still in its packaging, so I'm just gonna keep it in there. And then for now, since I don't really have a place for this, I'm gonna slip this in the binder as well, the metal card. Then we're gonna flip this over because I have my energies on the back here. We're gonna take a look at which energies we don't have yet. I see here we don't have a grass energy, and luckily we have 2 of the hollow grass energies, so I'm gonna slip it up here. Again, I organized these by type. So we don't have fire yet, but I did pull that one recently. So I am just gonna put that on top. Actually, let's remove this. Water, we still need. Lightning, we still need. Psychic, we already have. Fighting, I know we recently just pulled one, so I'm gonna slip one in here. And then we have a dark energy, which we already have, a metal energy, which is new. So slip that guy in here. It looks like we just need the water energy and the lightning. So hopefully we can pull that soon. And we're finished with our binder organization. So let's take a quick flip through of what we have as of today. As of filming, it is Monday, October 23rd, 2023. So we have 2 cards missing here. A lot of them are the EX cards, or just like random common cards that I just can't pull. But look at this, we have 2 fully complete pages. Well, you know, not all of them have reverse cards on top, but it's filled up. It's looking good. Like I said, I'm kind of impressed with how many new cards we're able to add to the binder. There we go. And then it's gonna get a little sad here because it's been kind of difficult pulling the illustration rares, special illustration rares, the ultra rares. But my goodness, look at this promo card page. It's so cute. One last thing before I conclude, I always like to slip the player's guide at the front over here, just so I can keep it handy as I am, you know, organizing my cards, organizing the binder, just so it keeps the checklist handy at all times. That is gonna be it for me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're organizing your cards with me, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be very interested. And let me know how you organized your binder. Is it similar to how I do it? Is there different things that you like to do? Do you have any advice or tips to make things a lot easier? Let me know anything down below in the comments. And while you're down there, leave a like as well if you would like to. I would really appreciate it. And also you can subscribe to my channel if you want to, of course. You can also find me on Instagram at CollectorMonica, same way it's spelled here. There you can find a closer look into my Pokemon card collection, as well as other things that I'm interested in, and you can get sneak peeks into upcoming videos just like this one. That's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well, having an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!